Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 12th to the 18th of August. Another quick one from me, okay, as I'm still unpacking and all that stuff, still getting myself settled in. So I still wanted to give you guys a reading in the meantime, so bear with me. But let's dive into it for you guys. My lovely Libras, please, Spirit. Let's see, what do they need to hear for this week, please, Spirit? All right, you got serendipity and between worlds, regeneration, transformation on the horizon here. Usually when this comes up, it's because you are being taken away from situations that just they're not fueling your growth anymore. Whether these are destructive environments or relationships with people, you are kind of being taken away from things. Sometimes though, it's not that deep. Sometimes it really is just the fact that there is nothing that you can take anymore from this environment. It's not doing you any good. It's not teaching you anything new. So you're being kind of taken outside that comfort zone from that thing that you're used to. Okay, but the cards that you do have actually coming out, serendipity, guys, a lucky opportunity on the horizon for you. All right, I always say that this is up to your free will though. And I think because you're between worlds, it really is dependent on how you see yourself. Letting go of the shadow self is so important. And the fears that you may have had and the life that you've lived. I feel like I really want you to kind of do like a timeline shift. I don't know how you're going to do that. Google it or let each other know your experiences in the comments if you've already done that a few times. But it's almost like completely letting go of your old self, like no longer having those thoughts anymore. Of course, it's easier said than done. You are in between worlds. You're still letting go of some things. Again, past version of yourself, things that might be holding you back or holding you in this low energy. You're stepping into beautiful new worlds. And serendipity feels like an opportunity is going to come through that might even fast track you into this new lifestyle of yours that you might be trying to walk into, a new way of being, whatever it is. I always say serendipity is about being in the right place at the right time. I always say it's not a coincidence, but it is up to you whether or not you take it though. If fear gets in the way, we're not likely going to grab hold of an opportunity and let it kind of take us wherever. This card almost is like very uncertain to me. It's like an opportunity comes in your path. You see it for what it is. It's a lucky opportunity. But the thought of where it might take you could be overwhelming and fearful. And if you're scared of the unknown and you're not trusting in the universe, then of course sometimes we might be like, I'd rather not. I'd rather not find out. I feel like it's a good opportunity. So if you get stopped in the street or scouted for, oh, hey, Libra, do you want this opportunity? Like, you look really good. You want to be like a part of this campaign or whatever? Like, go for it. So you could be hearing from somebody this week. Again, it's going to fast track you into what you've asked for, an environment that you've asked for, a job that you've asked for. Like, it feels like it's a fast track. But again, it's up to you. Let's see what else. Let's see what else is coming up for you. Right, let's see. Libra, please, this week. 7th chakra. The need to open up the chakra is important this week. This is on the top of your head. All right. The crown chakra. It's all about, it's where we are able to receive messages from the universe. Okay. So this is where your dreams go a bit more vivid. So it could be important for you guys to open that up, maybe through meditation or for anything, your connection to spirit, whatever you resonate with the most and whatever works for you is important. It can also mean that you might be getting a lot of crazy dreams this week, okay, as well. And they could be telling you something. It is the universe communicating with you. So that's what it represents. Let's get you one more. Color purple will be important as well because it's that chakra, right? Like, I think it's indigo, lilac, indigo. I don't know. You've the garden and the gate, which is interesting. Again, very similar to that regeneration. It is kind of coming outside a comfort zone. She's very comfortable where she is. She has everything she could ask for. But there is just this inner soul calling us like, but what else is out there? What else is out there for me? You have the key. You can open up that gate whenever you want. It's just up to you. So again, coming outside that comfort zone, answering a calling seems to be important for you this week. All right, more passion. Love that. Let's get another one. Okay, I did want 3 and they gave me another more They gave me 3, so that's nice. You have acceptance and wisdom. This is interesting because for some of you, there are things that you already know and have already experienced and already gained the wisdom for that you need to accept this week. You need to listen or take your own advice. Libra, people come to you for advice all the time because you are a Libra. You guys are able to see things from a balanced perspective. There might be something that you are not seeing in a balanced way that you might need to accept, maybe because of a bias here, but it doesn't have to be. That's just a random message for somebody just because of this combination. Not everything is going to be perfect, and I think that's why acceptance is here as well. Accepting any mistakes that we've made, any errors to the plan that we've made, and also accepting that we can improve whatever, right, and wisdom as well. Maybe again they might go hand in hand, but you also have passion, so I love this for you guys this week. This is really a reminder that people don't need to accept what brings you passion. They don't need to be happy for you either. This is about you doing what you love to do and not listening to the critics that are telling you, you're really going to do that, you think you're good at that, or whatever. This is a princess. She likes to go and read to the elderly in her free time. She likes to go to the elderly homes and she enjoys doing that. But underneath that chair is a news article which is criticizing her. Who does she think she is, right? So for some of you, there could again be that criticism around you, but for some of you, maybe that's what you have to accept. Not everyone's going to enjoy you. Not everyone's going to be happy for you. Not everyone's going to agree with what brings you passion, but as long as you're doing something that brings you joy and is not hurting anybody, then it's fine. If it brings you, she's glowing while she's doing this because it brings her so much joy. It fuels her. So do what makes you feel good this week, okay? It's very important. You could be getting wisdom from somebody else, but for a lot of you, I really do feel like this is innate wisdom hearing. This is something that you know deep down, something that you might need to accept. Let's get you some more. Again, listening to your own advice, I think, is important. And again, this wisdom actually could be coming from that crown chakra as well. Your connection to the universe. Right, let's see. Libra, adversity. That's interesting. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. The same as this as well. Like, again, the adversity could be, feeling like something, you're not doing something well. I don't know why, because she's baking this pie, which feels like it's an action that you guys are doing that maybe, again, you missed something out or something didn't go to the recipe, the plan, the instructions. It's just about accepting again, like what you could do better next time. I really feel like that's what it is. Adversity is the best way to learn. It's something that you're learning. That's why you need to accept your errors with something or look at what may have gone wrong so that you can change it. Even if adversity is to do with other people around you, It doesn't mean that something is your fault, by the way. It's just really about taking responsibility of some kind for what you can do now with this new knowledge from some sort of error. Right, let's see another one for Libra. You have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So you guys could be dealing with some sort of grief or feeling feeling at a loss of some kind. Grief doesn't always have to be to do with losing somebody in particular, but it can be about, feeling at a loss in a kind of situation, losing finances or feeling at a loss there or whatever it is to you. Let's get you some of these. For Libra, what's the spirit animal they need? You have the lion spirit, okay? Strength, empowerment. It says be generous of spirit. Some of you might need to give to spirit here. Again, deepen your connection with them. And believe in yourself. Sorry, I was just looking at the cards here. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Now, usually when this comes in, I just speak about the words that are on it, which is great. You are being called to believe in yourself, especially if something that you're passionate about or with whatever you're feeling called towards doing. Believe in yourself to be able to face adversity with strength. But also squirrels are known to kind of collect and store the things that they like they're acorns, and I feel like acorns are kind of like represented to you as like an abundance of some kind. Like you might be building up on an abundance here, storing things away. Let me know what you guys think about that when I'm saying it. Like what intuitive message do you get about that? Because I'm seeing that I wonder what the acorn is representing here. Maybe it's just like your hard work that you're doing is actually going to accumulate to something. So maybe that's something that you guys have been feeling like you're not doing enough, you know, or you're not getting any reward for what you're doing. Like believe in yourself, keep pushing forward. Don't let those thoughts or criticism creep in. Believe in yourself, because I am kind of seeing like a big load of acorns here. So it's interesting. Right, let's dive into your reading. Let's get you a card for your overall energy this week. How will this week, what's the theme for the week, Spirit, is what I want to ask you. The Wheel of Fortune. Times are changing, guys. If things have been difficult lately, it's changing, okay? This is a card of expansion and growth. It's about good fortune. Usually it's saying the wheel is turning. If you've been through a difficult chapter, that chapter is turning now. Cycles are changing. Seasons are changing for you in your life, okay? Which feels good. Again, I feel like this is to do with that between worlds. Like you're in the middle of that wheel turning into better days. Let's clarify that. It also represents divine timing. 2 of Wands, thinking about the future. I like this. I think you're prepping for something good. Maybe you can sense that something will be happening. It can also be a card of fate as well, which is kind of showing me that serendipity card again too. So being in the right place at the right time. 2 of Wands, maybe there is some focus on travel here. Whenever this card comes up, I always say the world is your oyster. He has the world in his hands. He's capable of absolutely anything. He can have anything that he wants within that globe, which is good news for us. So in this case, it's really about planning and prepping. What do you want for your future? This is a really good time to get clear on it, because it will happen in the right timing. Especially now, I feel like the times are changing for you. Let's get one more. 2 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles. If you've been in a if you've lost finances, or if you've been in a financially difficult situation or a lack in your life, this is what's changing here. You could be figuring out a plan to grow your finances, for example, or to make back what you feel like you've lost. Definitely going to be entering, you're not there yet, but you are feeling and maybe planning for entering a chapter where there's a lot more self-sufficiency. Whatever that means to you, because this is usually about needing to depend on others, to ask people for help. There's no shame in that. If that's a chapter you're in, then that's fine. 2 Wands is really about building a plan to have more of what you have currently, to expand something. So maybe your finances, to expand your career life so that you are able to make more or enjoy it more, whatever it is to you. All right, what's Libra's energy for the week? Ace of Cups, are you in love? Are you at peace? Libra's energy for the week. 10 of Wands, that's interesting. And the Ace of Swords, 2 aces. Love that. New beginnings here. You are coming to the end of a very difficult chapter in your life. That's basically what this means. A chapter where you may have been overworked or had a lot on your plate, a lot of responsibilities to deal with. We're holding in a lot of things too. It's a very heavy burden. So this can be emotional burden. Sometimes this is a card of like baggage here, but you're finally coming to the end of a journey where you're able to let this all go, which is amazing, especially because it's being dealt with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Victory, truth, clarity, all right, finally realizing what it is that you need to do or what it is that you want, entering a new chapter of your life, and also finding peace and an abundance of loving energy within and also outside of yourself. So that feels good. It feels like victory here, which is amazing. And again, a lot of this is kind of highlighting here that you're coming out of a difficult chapter, also energetically able to let that all go and step into something new. And also another reminder of that timeline shift that we said before, where you're kind of being catapulted into a new world. I really feel like it's that moment that you let go of some sort of weight, responsibility, you're gonna start flying. You know, I'm almost seeing it like I don't know the name for it. Is it a catapult? Is that what it is? Or it's almost like maybe a scale. So Libran, it's almost like a seesaw even as well. It's almost like you have been carrying a lot of weight, like you're on a side of there being a lot of weight on your shoulders here. And Spirit's been trying to push the other side down, but maybe the weight of what you've been holding on to or been dealing with has just been so heavy that the other side does not come down yet. Bear with me. So now that you're letting something go and stepping into a new experience, whether it's beliefs that have been holding you down, whatever it is, excuses, whatever it is, again, responsibilities, burdens, whatever, as soon as you're able to release that, which is very soon, let go of adversity, whatever it is, I'm seeing that immediately you go flying, you know, like then you kind of get catapulted again. Like that's the vibe that they're showing me. Anyway, any extra messages for Libra for this week, please, Spirit? The Devil. Again, it could be fears. Look at this. I feel like this is really about, look at that. Now, be aware of any communication here from somebody who is toxic. The Devil energy is a toxic situation, someone with bad habits, some kind of temptation involved. It's not a good collaboration, whoever this is with. Knight of Cups could be, again, an emotional offer, someone wearing their heart on their sleeve. Eight of Wands could be that communication. I'll just say be aware of that. We are in the middle of Mercury retrograde, so let's not be open to something where it's not great between this energy. Let me just clarify the Devil, if that's the situation that someone's dealing with this week. Three of Pentacles. Again, it does feel like it's highlighting communication, but this could be someone that you used to work with or someone that you were building something with. Three of Pentacles. It feels like empty promises, that kind of stuff. Just be aware of what you're allowing into your foundations, into your new life. Okay. Now, if this is something else, just like that catapult, things that you've been holding on to, the Devil energy, again, is fears, things that have been restricting you and holding you down. It could even be burdens and contracts, for example. Sometimes this is like government things or, again, responsibilities, things that are tying you down. I do kind of feel like you're coming outside of that. Maybe this is that Garden and the Gate. I like this. The Garden and the Gate is almost similar to how I read the Knight of Cups outside of love. It feels like you're having to cross some emotional anxiety or some sort of emotional barrier in order to get to the other side. Leaving behind something that is comfortable is always, it's always going to make anyone fearful, because it's like, what if I make the wrong decision, and what if I can't go back to what it is that I have, and I'll lose everything that I've got or whatever. There's a lot of fear that comes up with it. But the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands does represent that you're heading in the right direction. So if this is something that you're feeling called to do, let go of that chain. All right. These are actually really loose on these people. It's just because that Devil energy is kind of daunting and scary. You know, where it's like, there's lots of phrases coming to my mind, Libra, but you know where it's like a familiar hell is always, better than an unknown heaven or whatever it is. Basically what that means is that most of the time when you'll notice it with people maybe around you as well, like, why does that person always choose to do that same thing or choose to be with that person even though it's toxic? Well, because it's a familiar hell. It's something that they are able to expect. It's so much more comfortable than going outside the comfort zone and being in the open and in the unknown and in the vulnerable. So people choose what's familiar to them, because they can kind of predict it or expect it in some way. So, you know, for some of you, where is that happening in your life? Sometimes it's just, again, temptations, going back to old things, old habits, maybe even as well, old environments. Whatever it is to you, I really feel like Spirit's asking for you to kind of work on the foundation, okay? When you're planning something new, make sure this Devil energy is not involved in it. You guys could actually, just like I said with that kind of catapult ideology, that thing I was seeing in my mind, you are going in a certain direction, and it's a right direction. It's into a new life, new way of being. It's into this energy. Let's see this as the Devil, the fear, the old life, the temptation, the comfortability, whatever it is. This new life, this new world is so much more successful. But that can be scary. Do you have a fear of success, Libra? Do you have a fear of everything actually working out well? Is that unusual to you? Is that unfamiliar? because a lot of the time, again, would rather pick, I don't know, it's just, I could probably talk about it for a long time, but I don't want to bore anyone by repeating the same things in just different ways. But just pay attention. Are you unconsciously choosing something because it's a familiar hell? Recognize where that is, because it might be lingering in the foundations of something. And as soon as you release that, you go flying, over the moon kind of thing. What does over the moon mean? I don't know. I'm just seeing like a scene, but I don't think it means anything. It's just my visual. All right. Anyway, Libra, I'm going to love you and leave you. I wish you guys the best for the week. I hope the reading has helped you in some way, given you some insights, an interesting viewpoint of something. I hope it resonated. And let me know if it did. I would be very interested to hear how this resonated with you. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right.